In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 5th, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Sacramento Kings vs. Orlando Magic. This Saturday, the Sacramento Kings will travel to Orlando, Florida to take on the Orlando Magic. Tip-off will be inside the Amway Center. Neither of these teams has started the regular season how they would have liked, but there are still plenty of games to be played. They will look to pick up momentum against one another. The Sacramento Kings are coming into this one after falling to the Miami Heat, 110-107. The Kings shot 47.7% from the floor in that game, but they couldn't make enough stops to get the job done. They will have to be better on both ends of the court if they want to challenge the Magic on the road. The Orlando Magic are entering this one after taking down the Golden State Warriors, 130-129. The Magic stormed back in that game as they show 53.8% from the field. They will need to stay hot on the offensive end of the court if they want to take down the Kings at home. Looking at the betting trends, the Kings are 12-3-1 against the spread in their last 16 road games, 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 games against a team below .400, and 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The Magic are 2-9 against the spread in their last 11 games against a team with a losing record, 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 home games, and 3-8-1 against the spread in their last 12 games playing on 1 day's rest. Head-to-head, the over is 6-0 in the last 6 meetings overall. The Kings are 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 meetings overall, and the Kings are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Orlando. The Kings could be shorthanded for this one, as De'Aaron Fox is currently listed as questionable with a knee injury, while the Magic are missing Cole Anthony, Moritz Wagner, Gary Harris, and possibly Terrence Ross. The Kings have been cold to start the season, but they almost pulled off the upset against the Heat in their last outing, so they will like their chances against a depleted Magic outfit. However, the Magic are coming into this one fresh off their best win of the season, and I believe that they can keep it going in this one behind another big game from their backcourt. The Magic are the better defensive team and hold the edge on the glass, so the Orlando Magic to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Kings will be without Fox as he pushes the tempo for his team. Without him, I see them taking their time with each possession and walking the ball up the court. The Kings have the 9th highest adjusted pace rating in the league, and the Magic have the 18th. But without Fox, this is a completely different team. Neither of these teams will be able to take enough shots to push this total over the number. The Magic are also scoring the 4th least amount of points per game, and the Kings are only scoring the 19th most. The Magic love to walk the ball up the court, and they aren't shooting well enough. They have the 16th highest team shooting percentage and the 4th lowest 3-point percentage, as they will continue to struggle from the floor in this game. Both of these teams have also struggled from the charity stripe to start the season, as I see them leaving multiple points on the court. The total has finished under in 7 of Sacramento's last 11 games. Orlando is scoring an average of only 109 points per game, which is 27, and the total has finished under in 5 of Orlando's last 7 games played during the month of November. Orlando will be shorthanded and is likely to slow down the pace of the game in order for there to be a few overall possessions, which will result in fewer points scored by both teams. Neither of these teams has been great to start the year, and I see their offensive struggles continuing in this one. Neither team will stay hot from the field throughout, and I don't see either team scoring enough points to push the score past the total number. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Brooklyn Nets vs. Charlotte Hornets. A pair of Eastern Conference teams that headed into the weekend on the outside of the playoff picture takes the floor in Buzz City looking for a win. The Brooklyn Nets are on the road as they make the trip to take on the Charlotte Hornets Saturday night. Brooklyn was in action on the road against Washington Friday night, so they'll close a back-to-back set here. The Nets were knocked off 108-99 at home by the Bulls on Tuesday night in their previous contest. Charlotte was in action on the road Friday night as they faced Memphis, so they also are playing the second game of a back-to-back situation. The Hornets were dumped 106-88 on the road by that same Bulls squad Wednesday night in their most recent game. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Nets own a 62-56 advantage, but the Hornets took 2 of 3 meetings last season, including a 119-110 road win in the most recent matchup on March 27, 2022. The Nets are 3-9-1 against the spread in their last 13 games playing on 0 days rest and 5-16 against the spread in their last 21 games overall. The Hornets are 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games playing on 0 days rest and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The under is 6-2 in Nets' last 8 road games. The under is 3-1 in Hornets' last 5 overall. The Nets are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Charlotte. The Nets were dealing with so much noise coming into last night's game, so it was really refreshing to see them dominate the Wizards behind a big game from Durant. The Hornets are in a world of hurt at the moment as they really can't buy a win with all the injuries they have at the moment. The Nets will again be without Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons, but Seth Curry is expected to play. The Hornets are still without LaMelo Ball, Cody Martin, Terry Rozier, and Gordon Hayward, so it's going to be another opportunity for some fringe role players to step up. I'm not running to the window to back either of these teams that are undermanned and playing on the end of a back-to-back. With that said, the Nets have more production available than the Hornets, who are still without their starting backcourt. Not having Rozier and Ball continues to take its toll, and the losses are starting to pile up. The Nets will have the best player on the court. It's always tough to play on 0 days rest, but the Nets look like a different team with Irving out of the lineup, and I believe that they can carry that momentum into this game. So the Brooklyn Nets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Brooklyn has split their 8 games in relation to the total entering Friday night's contest with the Wizards. The Nets, predictably, are 1-1 in relation to going over the total on the road this season, scoring a combined 258 points against a number of 235.5 in the clash with Memphis, and then 209 points against Milwaukee. Brooklyn is 21st in the league in tempo as they average 98.5 possessions a night this season. Charlotte has seen the over go 4-3-1 entering Friday's game with Memphis. The Hornets have seen the over go 1-1 in their 3 home games on the season. Charlotte likes to run and gun as they are 7th in tempo with 101.2 possessions a night this season. That would play to a similar situation with what we saw last year with the Hornets as they averaged 240 points per game in the second game of back-to-back situations. They had 233 points in their lone such situation this season. Look for this one to be another high-scoring affair with a couple of subpar defenses missing pieces. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New Orleans Pelicans versus Atlanta Hawks. The New Orleans Pelicans travel to Atlanta to take on the Hawks in an inter-conference matchup on Saturday night. The Pelicans come in at 4-3 and off of an overtime loss against the Lakers. The Hawks come into Saturday's game with a 5-3 record. The Hawks defeated the Knicks on Wednesday to end a 2-game losing streak. Looking at the betting trends, the Pelicans are 0-8 against the spread in their last 8 Saturday games, 4-10 against the spread in their last 14 games against a team with a winning record, and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games against a team above .600. The Hawks are 10-2 against the spread in their last 12 home games against a team with a winning road record, and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games playing on 2 days rest. Head-to-head, the under is 8-3 in the last 11 meetings overall, and the Pelicans are 2-7 against the spread in the last 9 meetings overall. After traveling to Detroit, Milwaukee, Toronto, and New York, Atlanta is finally back home. The Pelicans' brutal stretch of games against quality opponents continues on Saturday in Atlanta, having just played the Warriors in San Francisco on Friday. The NBA is a grind, but it's early in the season, so neither team should be excused from the competition. All that said, I like the Pelicans as a money line underdog against the Hawks. New Orleans is the more polished offensive squad with the league's best three-point defense, the shot Young is best known for. Murray is also comfortable letting it fly from behind the arc, attempting 12 three-pointers last game. Probable for Saturday's game, Young is also sore from the left eye contusion he suffered versus New York. New Orleans owns matchup advantages across the board but is plus odds on the money line. While Atlanta is 5-3, the win over the Knicks serves as its best win to date. The Pelicans have taken down the Nets, Mavs, and Clippers, losing 2 overtime games and a road game versus the Suns. The primary reason New Orleans is an underdog versus Atlanta is that the game is the second of a back-to-back. That still doesn't justify a bet on the home side. On paper, New Orleans has the better team here, so the New Orleans Pelicans money line is our full game side pick. The Hawks come in as the 9th best scoring team in the league and shoot the ball extremely well and are amongst the best teams in the league in protecting the basketball. In comes a tired New Orleans team that will have just played a Warriors team that plays at the 3rd fastest pace of play in the NBA. New Orleans now comes into Atlanta and faces a team that plays at the 8th fastest pace of play in the NBA. The Hawks play quickly, shoot the ball well, and don't turn it over. That has all the makings of a 120-plus night against a tired Pelicans team that may not make defense a priority in the second night of a back-to-back. The Pelicans also shoot the ball at a high level and have Ingram back as another scoring option. The over is 7-1 in the Pelicans' last 8 overall and 9-2 in their previous 11 games against a team with a winning percentage above .600. That's not entirely surprising for a team averaging over 118 points per game. Similarly, the over is 5-1 in the Hawks' last 6 overall. While I expect New Orleans' defense to make it more challenging for Young and Murray behind the arc, both are elite playmakers in the pick and roll. Atlanta is also 8th in pace of play this season. This game has a great recipe for a high-scoring affair and the over written all over it, pun intended. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.